let's have a look at Annex SL and how this manages the structure of our standards so that everything can interlink quite nicely. So in this session, we're going to look at what Annex SL is, what and how Annex SL is divided into chapters to give that structure, that standard structure, and then what the benefits of having Annex SL are. So if we go back in a bit of time, what we've had is many different management system standards being produced. These are generally controlled by different groups of people. So, you've got quality, health and safety, environment, who then put on their own flavour to wording, definitions and the like, so that when we come to try and map management systems together, let's say in an integrated management system. So an integrated management system is one which has two or more systems. So it could be a quality and environmental, a quality, health and safety and environmental in one document, which is handy because that's going to make it easier to use. But this added flavour, this change in the way definitions are used or structure of the standards is applied, means that when we come to pull that together, it will lead to confusion with the different definitions, for example, or it's just difficult to do. How do you pull in two different documents which don't look like each other and make sure you still hit all of the beats of that management system? So what the industry did was it looked at how do we have a standard approach, because if not, what we do is when we bring them all in, it's a mess. Yeah? So if we go back to our standards here, by having a standard structure, what's going to happen is we can have clause 1, 2 and 3. So these are going to cover the scope of our management system, the references and the terms, which are standard between all of them now. I say all of them which have Annex SL in it. Then we can go from clause 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, which follow through the application of our process. So context of organisation is the top management sitting and working out all the things that affect the company and what won't be a risk or an opportunity. Clause 5 being your commitment to making sure that the management system is applied and we're moving forward and always improving. 6 and 7 really being what we're going to do, how we're going to plan for it, but then how we're going to resource that plan. The operation being how do we actually do the thing we're doing? How do we make a component, or how do we achieve the goal? And then clause 9 is we've made something, how have we been monitoring it to make sure that the output is what we wanted? And then 10 being we've made it, we've monitored it, did we get what we needed? And if not, how do we improve the system? Which then could fall back into clauses 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and possibly 9 if you're not managing or monitoring the right things. So you see that 9001, 14001, 45001 and 27 all use Annex SL, so they will all be structured in that same way. So when we pull them together into one document, we can have, clause 4 for all of our management systems, clause 5 for all of our management systems, in a way that the structure and the language is all the same and connects together, and we can move forward with less confusion. So that's really the point of it. So Annex SL is a way of us standardizing the output of our management systems and how we can interface with it. It allows easy integration of integrated management systems. So that's where we have two or more systems coming together. And of course, you don't want that to be clunky. You don't want to have to repeat work or not understand. So it allows for that. In doing all of that, of course, it's going to reduce confusion, and then it's going to improve the effectiveness of our system, because if everyone knows what they're looking for, they understand the definitions, it's common definitions and verbiage across everything, and then we've got a system that can be applied in a systematic approach. That's Annex SL. So when we move into our next modules, you will see that as we look through 9001, 45001 and 14001.